Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to my channel. Today we are making women's straight pant in this video, and I'm using the easiest method for cutting a trouser. It will be very helpful for beginners, even for those who are cutting a trouser for the first time. So let's get started. I'm using this 2.25 meters of fabric, and this fabric is folded widthwise. First of all, we'll mark for the length of the trouser. We'll leave 2 inches at the bottom for folding, and above this point we'll mark for full length of the trouser. Our full length is 38 inches. Adding 2 inch to this full length, we'll mark at 40 inch. That would be folding for elastic waist. So I marked at this point. Now we'll fold the fabric from this point, so we'll get 4 layers of fabric for both the legs. We'll cut extra fabric from here. So this fabric is 42 inch in length in total. We'll separate the 2 legs, and now we'll mark for width of our trouser, and for that we need to know our full hip round. In my measurement it is 38 inch. We'll find 1/4 of this measurement, and that is 9.5 in my case. We'll add 1.5 inch losing to that measurement, so I'm marking at 11 inch. I added 1.5 inch to 9.5. that was 1/4 of my hip round, right? So I'm marking at 11 inch. Leave 2 inch from the top, that will be folded, and from this point onwards we'll mark for our crotch area, and for that we find 1/3 of our hip round. Our hip round is 38 inch. 1/3 of 38 is almost 13, so I'm marking at 13 inch, leaving 2 inch from the top. So I marked at 13 inch here. Now at this line we'll mark at 2 inches outwards here, and give a round shape for the crotch area like this. And now at 23 inch from the top line we'll mark for our knees width. So I'm marking at 23 inch from the top. I'm making this line at a side because this fabric is white in color. At this line we'll mark for our knees, so we'll find our knee round. Our knee round is 15 inch, and half of it is 7.5. We'll find half of our knee round and add 1.5 inch losing. In my case, half of knee round is 7.5. Adding 1.5 to it, I marked at 9 inch. And now we'll mark for the bottom width. We'll leave 1 inch from the side, so I marked at 1 inch from the side. Leaving this 1 inch, we'll mark for our bottom width, and I'm marking at 6 inch for bottom width. So whatever bottom width you want for your trouser, mark at that point, leaving 1 inch from the side, right? Now join these 3 points. And to remove this pointedness here, join it in a smooth curve like this, right? We marked at 1 inch at the bottom. Likewise, we'll mark at ½ inch from the top and join these 2 points in a slanting line. We'll make a stitch line here later on. And now, keeping 1.5 inch margin, I'm cutting the trouser outside these marks, and I'm keeping ½ inch margin from the top. Now we'll separate the 2 legs, and we'll make a slanting line on the other leg as well. That is ½ inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom. And now we'll stitch our trouser. So first of all, we'll stitch these side seams. So I've stitched the sides. You can see here the margin is ½ inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom. And now we'll place both the legs of the trouser the way they will be stitched here. So these are the front pieces of our trouser. We'll make 2 pleats on both the legs. You can also make 1 pleat if you're not that slim, but I'm making 2 pleats here, and the gap between the 2 pleats would be 3.5 inch. So I marked at 3.5 inch from the inner side and then at 7 inch, leaving 2 inch from the top. We'll mark at 8 inch for the length of our pleat. So leave 2 inch from the top, and from this line onwards mark at 8 inch for the length of our pleat. If you're slim, then you should make 2 pleats, otherwise you can also make 1 pleat, it's your choice. I'm making 2 pleats here, and that is perfect fitting for myself. And we'll do the same on the other leg. The distance between the pleats is 3.5 inch and the length of the pleat is 8 inch. I'm marking at 10 inch because 2 inch will be folded from the top. And now we'll stitch our pleats. So this is the line we mark for the pleat. We'll fold the fabric from this line like this, and keeping 1 inch margin from the top, we'll start our pleat and join it to the edge. So we started our pleat here. We'll make a slanting stitch line and join it to the edge like this. So that will be our pleat. It will be like this. So you can keep 1 inch to 0.75 inch margin from the top, but there should be no margin at the end of the pleat, right? Now we'll do the same for the other pleat. Fold the fabric from this line, keep 1 inch to 0.75 inch margin from the top, and no margin at the end of the pleat like this. So that would be a slanting stitch line. I made 2 pleats. You can also make 1 pleat if you're not that slim, right? But that was perfect for me. Now we'll join the front crotch area of both the legs and stitch here. Likewise, join the crotch area of the back part and stitch here and here. So I stitched the front and the back crotch area. We'll open the trouser. This is the back part of our trouser, and this is the front part where we made the pleats. As we made slanting stitch lines, so the width from our hip area won't be reduced, right? Now we'll stitch the bottom of our trouser, and for that we'll trim the side. We made a stitch line at the side. We'll trim it, we'll cut it open so we can separate the margin. The margin was less from the top, so I just made a few notches at the top and cut from the bottom only, as you can see here. Now we'll fold the bottom a half inch first and then 1.5 inch and stitch here. Do the same for the other leg. Cut open the margin from the bottom and make a notches from the top, a few notches. Open the margin, press here, and then fold the bottom of the trouser a half inch first and then 1.5 inch and stitch here. So I stitched the bottom of the trouser as well. It's done. Now we'll stitch the inside seam, starting from one leg to the other. At this area I'll keep the stitch length lesser and make 2 stitch lines, right? Now we'll turn the right side out. So we stitched our trouser like this, and now we'll keep the side seam at the center. So we'll set our trouser in this position and give a nice press, and after pressing, our trouser will get its proper shape. So our trouser is all done. Now the only thing left is the elastic waist, and we'll use bukram and elastic both. And for the elastic waist, you need to know your waist round, and waist round in my case is 28 inch. We'll use 10 inch of bukram for that. This is 11 inch, 1 inch is for margin, and the rest of our waist is 18 inch, and we'll use elastic for that part. And I'm using 12 inch wide elastic. It is very much stretchy, so it depends on the stretch of your elastic as well. Now we'll join the elastic to the bukram, overlap them and stitch here, join the other sides and stitch here. Now take the trouser, this is the front part of our trouser. We'll place bukram here and paste it here with iron. Leaving half inch from the top. We'll press here and paste it. After pressing, we'll give a stitch line at the center as well, so it will be fixed in place. So we'll start stitching from the bukram part. And where the elastic starts, we need to stretch our elastic from the front of the presser foot and the back as well. So we'll stretch our elastic from the front and the back and make the stitch line at the center of the elastic. So simply keep on stretching the elastic from the front as well as the back and stitch. We left a half inch margin from the top. We'll stitch it all the way around, and now fold this extra margin. Again we'll start from the bukram part. Fold this extra margin first, then fold the bukram side and stitch here. So that is a straight stitch line at the front part of our trouser because bukram is attached here. And the point where elastic starts, again we'll stretch our trouser from the front and the back. So stretch elastic like this, fold the margin inside and top stitch. We'll stretch from the front and the back part as well, back of the presser foot. Keep on stretching and stitching. So this is one of the methods of attaching elastic to your trouser. So we attach our elastic as well. You can see it's bukram at the center, front, and elastic at the back. And our trouser is done. I hope you like the video. If there is any question related to the video, you can ask in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe my channel if you have not yet. And thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz till the next video.